just going to skip the warm-up because I have nothing to say about this movie. Hello, citizens. Welcome to SMS 38, The Cotton Club, Nick Cage cast 19, I want to say. I'm pretty sure it's 19. I don't prepare for these at all. So, fuck it. I'm just going to get into this. So let's just start off the bat, say I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. Not just because I love this shirt and I love these movies and I love these characters, but because I originally planned to do The Cotton Club for episode 3 of Nick Cage cast back in July of 2016. Instead, I did Trapped in Paradise, which I still regret because I used to love that movie. And now I realize as an adult, I don't love that movie. I think it's kind of stupid. I won't say it's terrible. I would just say, it's just not that fun. It's not that fun of a movie. So I wore today's shirt to kind of capture the spirit of episode 3, capture the 2016 days, middle of 2016. I was a young woman back then with a bright future. And here I am, a dirty old man, watching The Cotton Club from 1984, the year I was born. The year of Ghostbuster, one of my favorite movies. Clearly, I don't know if you can see that in shot or not, but constantly have a Ghostbuster reference in every episode of SMS. Pay attention. Every episode of NCC contains at least one Ghostbusters reference. And I apologize for saying Ghostbuster a second ago. That was just improv panic. I apologize. Obviously, I know it's called Ghostbusters. Episode 1, The Trust. Episode 2, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Episode 3, Trapped in Paradise. Episode 4, City of Angels. Episode 5, Pay the Ghost. Episode 6, Zandale. Episode 7, Industrial Symphony No. 1, The Dream of the Brokenhearted. Episode 8, USS Indianapolis, Men of Karagi. Episode 9, The Wicker Man. Episode 10, National Treasure 1 and 2. Episode 11, Con Air. Episode 12, Face Off. Episode 13, Mom and Dad. Episode 14, Left Behind. I'm sorry about the nudity. Episode 15, Guarding Tess. Episode 16 is a bit different. It's a redux episode of Mom and Dad. It was not recorded at LAW Studios, and it wasn't actually meant to be an NCC episode. It was actually just a Loitering Wonderland episode that I Frankensteined into a Nick Cage cast. Sorry about that. No Ghostbusters reference. Episode 17, Joe vs. Mandy. This one's a bit obvious. Episode 18, Vengeance, a Love Story. Episode 19, The Cotton Club. So, let's just move on. This is going to be the shortest episode of SMS NCC. It's starting to sound like a CSI on NBC type of thing. I don't know. But Cotton Club, I watched this movie before, a long time ago. I want to say 15, 20 years ago. Maybe I was in high school, so maybe not that long ago. But it was a while ago. And I was like, And then I watched it again a few days ago, and I was like, But I was a little more angry. Because I was like, Oh, that's almost a good... Oh, I fucking hate this section of movie. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, no, it's done. So it was a roller coaster, a real roller coaster. This movie is very misguided. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola. As you might know, directed such classics as Dracula. What else did he direct? I feel like he directed something else that was known. Oh, man. He's directed a lot of stuff. I feel like... Go throw an IMDb search in there. He's Nick Cage's uncle. That's what he's best known for. But he's directed a lot of good movies, obviously. I don't have to say him here. But he's also a winemaker. And his wine tastes as good as this movie looked. This is garbage. It was garbage. I don't hate this entire movie. Overall, as you combine everything together, I'm like, okay, that was all right. It's the movie. It didn't bother me. But there's certain scenes in large sections of time where I'm like, fucking end. But we're not here to talk about the movie. We're here to talk about the Nick Cage in the movie. So this is going to be a very short episode.
So where'd you get this money? Did a legit job?
Well, I do business.
You do business?
Yeah, I'm like Jesse James.
Jesse James.
Basic plot. Let's just get this shit out of the way. Richard Gere is some sort of musician. I forget what his instrument was. I'm not even going to attempt to guess. And he played his own instrument in the movie. And he starts to work for this gangster, James Reborn. James Reborn. James has been reborn. Dexter's dad. He plays for Dexter's dad. Back when you used to just hire a guy to play music at your house. That was just a thing. And James Reborn. Dexter's dad is in that scene. And he's like, yeah, fucking yeah.
Hey, Dutch, how do you like this?
He's not bad, huh? He's not bad for a white kid, huh?
Yeah, but we're not going to go too much into detail in this movie because I have nothing else to say about it, really. But he starts to fuck Diane Lane, who I don't blame him for fucking back then. Good God. Even now, good God. But she is this crazy like flapper girl, and she's only fucking the gangster to get her own club. And obviously she shouldn't be fucking Richard Gere. I don't know if she has access to gerbils. I don't know that or not. But overall, just she shouldn't be fucking him because she belongs to a gangster. Richard Gere's brother is the illustrious Nicolas Cage. And I wanted to say he only got these parts in his early movies like this and Rumblefish because of nepotism, because his uncle is Francis Ford Coppola, director of such great classics like Dracula. But I was like watching him, I'm like, no, he's actually good. This is actually one time nepotism actually was right, because it led to things like, you know, Vampire's Kiss, a classic Vampire's Kiss, and like the other great Cage movies like Next. And I'm sure he has other movies that are good and well known too, but he's been around a while, this Nick Cage guy. I don't know if you've noticed or not. Done quite a few movies. Taxes don't pay themselves, turns out. You have to pay them on your own. Otherwise, you'll be doing 55 movies in Bulgaria over the next 5 years to pay them off. Anyway, so Nick Cage is his younger brother. I'm just gonna focus on the Nick Cage aspect of this. I'm not gonna talk about the goddamn plot. Richard Gere wants to fuck her. He goes and writes Hollywood movies, comes back and keeps jumping forward in time. He keeps fucking that girl, Diane Lane. James Reborn gets really fucking mad. And then, Dexter's dad, I forget how you say his name. I don't know why it's blanking on it right now, but he fucks her over years. And then at one time, he comes back and she's like, I'm 20 years old. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, wait, you were 16 when you guys first started phoning? I'm like, oh God, that's creepy. Real creepy. Real weird.
See, that wasn't very hard, was it? Come on.
Bear. I really liked the way you played the trumpet. You sounded like Gabriel.
It's a cornet. Gabriel plays the sax. Now you all right?
Well, whatever it is, don't go home with it, okay? Stay here with me.
How'd you get out so fast, so easy, huh? Movie star, you got it all.
Me? What about you? You're this famous celebrity. Now you got your own club. Little girl's not even 20 yet.
Yeah, but what you had to do to get it.
Great cast in this movie, gone the waste. But Richard Gere comes back, writes movies, and then in the end, everyone dies, and then Richard Gere and Diane Lane go away in a train, and they cut to a weird movie thing because he makes movies. I don't know, it was interesting at least, but it was like, I had to rewind 3 times, and I'm like, so did they, I guess this happened, okay, I'll accept it. There's a weird fantasy element at the very, very, very end. Literally the last shots of the movie are this weird stage play fantasy, and the rest of the movie didn't have any of that. Overall, lots and lots of long scenes of people tap dancing or singing. Or playing piano. I'm sorry I freaked you out. That probably shouldn't have done that. That was a bad idea. But they probably thought I was having a fucking seizure right there. And I felt like I was during the movie. But Nick Cage. Fuck it. Movie's over. Let's just talk about Nick Cage. Richard Gere meets him at their mom's house. He surprises the mom with Richard Gere. That's one scene he's in. He's in another scene where he goes to work for James Reborn, Dexter's dad. There's that scene. There's another scene where he's in the back of a car shot and saying like, oh, I got a nasty virus, or whatever the fuck he makes up. He makes up a story.
Can't go to a hospital, I know. Because I'll find out.
Jesus Christ, kid.
What?
What happened?
It's just a graze.
And then the next scene he's in, I think, is when they are driving around or something like that. Maybe I'm making that one up. Maybe I'm just trying to fill Cage scenes. The next scene is when he goes and tries to gain points or money for helping Dexter's dad take over his territory. And he's asking for money. And he gives him like $100, $200 in his hat. He's like, this shit's not over. And he leaves. The next scene, he kidnaps this guy for money, as one does for kidnapping for, and then they give the guy back and he's all has his lather on there, and he's just like, I don't think he's wearing a shirt.
See this? See the papers today? This town's Al Capone.
That's pretty good, isn't it? Huh?
They got Chicago shooters coming in to get me. I'm the heavyweight now. I ain't against no heavyweights no more. I'm a tough guy now.
And the next scene, he's walking around outside thinking he's going to get assassinated because his partner got assassinated for kidnapping the guy. And then the next scene he's in, an hour and a half into the movie, he gets shot in a phone booth. And I'm sitting here, I'm dumb enough where I'm sitting there watching going, oh, he'll be in the movie, he'll be back, he'll come back. And I realize he's not coming back, he's gone. I gotta let it go, it's over, shit's not coming back. My world is done. And I really debated, I don't like this movie that much, I'm gonna shut it off. And I mentioned in the last episode, the Vengeance one, I don't do that. And proof here, because I didn't shut off Vengeance, and further proof, or proof there, I didn't shut off Vengeance. Proof here, I didn't shut this movie off. Instead, I was like, I went into the other room, and I kind of, started doing dishes, and I was kind of watching it. And I was like, fuck it. A couple minutes later, I came back in, and I was like, it's still on, and I'm like, And I realized I like the movie, I like the last half hour of the movie the most out of the rest of the movie, and Nick Cage was not in it, and that was disappointing. Nick Cage didn't have a lot of scenes, he didn't have a lot of dialogue. He was in another scene I forgot about, where he drops many an N-bomb in a nightclub. This is a very racist movie.
It's just a graze.
A graze from what?
I just fight niggas. The niggas, the Harlem niggas.
I always picture the actor in the scene surrounded by like 15 black people, like pretending to be waiters. Like, yes sir, oh, quite good sir, quite good, yes. And then being like, this is fucking like saying the most racist shit. I'm not gonna say that, I don't care. I just don't want to do it right now. There's a lot of black people in other rooms here. I don't know, this house is full of kidnapped people watching movies. I don't know who's in there. Not that I'm scared of them. Oh God, cut to something else, bail me out.
Got your kid brother on my payroll.
Yeah, he was telling me about it.
We got a few too many Jews around here. We need some Irishmen to keep a balance.
Not too many, if you don't mind.
I like these tough mix.
But I just feel weird saying horribly racist shit in front of an actor who has to sit there and act like they were their ancestors. He's so awkward. Like Michael Fassbender in 12 Years a Slave just has to be a fucking monster. And after it, he's like, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I hate that I have to do this, man. I'm sorry. Let me help you. You want a Coke? I'll get you a Coke. Yeah, let's go. Anything I can do for you, man. It's gotta, like, not white guilt, but like, holy shit, it sucks when you have to be that big of a prick to someone and you're not that. Like, if he was a prick in real life, he'd be like, cut. Fuck you. I don't cut for shit. I cut your back is what I do, motherfucker. Like, that would be something a horrible person would do. So I would just be like, before I would do a take, I'd be like, so I'm going to say a certain word several times in a row right here. I need you to take that well. Can you do that for me? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Action. Wow, these fucking, these people, these goddamn people who have darker complexion than we do. Oh, man. Cut. What? Why? You need me to say the word? Okay. Let's say the word several times at this guy. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bail on the movie. I'm not gonna do it. No. Go ahead. Voiceover. I'll do fucking Sesame Street dialogue. Like I'm a fucking puppet. You fill in whatever racist shit you want to throw in there, Mr. Director Man, Mr. I directed... Well, not yet. You haven't directed Dracula. Oh, I guess you did Apocalypse. Wow. Oh, so great, Mr. FCC. Great. You want FCC, but ironically, you want me to say the horrible shit. You're not going to censor me. It's weird. Yeah, tucked yourself into a hole there, didn't you? I don't want to do this scene anymore. I'm sorry. So it would feel weird, I guess, is the point of that little skit. I don't know how I would handle it. But Nick Cage, I like this character in the movie enough. He has a weird little voice. He kind of does too much of a Bronxy thing. I don't know. I like that he was trying to become a gangster and trying to overthrow his boss. That was interesting. And then he gets killed way too early into the movie, even though he's barely in it. And I was like, oh yeah, he's still in the movie every time I saw him. Overall, the movie bothered me for several reasons. I'll do this real quick and we'll get the fuck out of here. It was too all the fuck over the place. Too many scenes where they're just watching people dance or sing or play music. Too many disconnected stories. Gregory Hines had probably my favorite part of the movie. Him and his brother and him and his girlfriend. They're trying to overcome racism. Trying to patch up his brother's relationship. But the problem is none of those scenes of Gregory Hines tied in with the rest of the movie. So really what you have is the movie and then Gregory Hines scenes like kind of woven in, and they don't ever really intersect with the rest of the story. And I cared more about that than I did the rest of the actual movie, what the movie's about. The movie felt like he was trying to go, you know what? I need a movie to do. Then somebody will hire me for something that's not The Godfather. Fuck it, I'll do a gangster picture. And I'm going to do everything I didn't do about gangsters in The Godfather. I'm not going to give you anything from The Godfather. If I do have action with machine guns and Tommy guns, it's going to be with swirling newspapers and a guy like shooting like, it looks like fucking like fireworks are going off instead of a gunfire. It's like, it's so fucking bad looking. And it's just like nothing that was in The Godfather is in this movie. It's everything that he cut from a gangster's life from The Godfather is like thrown in here. And if it's like so jazzy and stuff, I get what he was going for. I just personally don't like it. I get why someone would like it. If they like this era, they like the jazz part of it. They like the Harlem stuff in there. And I'm not saying I don't like it because it's about Harlem. Or, oh my God, go to something else. Cut to something else. So the movie's okay. Nick Cage is good in it. I guess I'll throw my rankings up here right now. Update the rankings, the two rankings. It's hard to judge him because he's barely in the fucking movie. Barely in the picture. He's barely in the picture. Yes. Talk like that, like an old jazz guy. I wish he was in it a lot more. He was in Vengeance more, but the movie was about him in that. This movie's not about him. He's barely in it. He might be one of the better parts of it. Richard Gere's fine. Everyone's fine. The movie's fine. It's kind of boring. Just like this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's get the fuck out of here. So, until next time, and in the meantime, why am I doing this? I'm Phoenix West. Go to these little links here that are scrolling across my face. Go there. Click on those things. I don't know if they're on my face yet. I haven't timed this out or anything. I just assume I'm going to fix that in editing so that the words are crawling slowly across my face right now. Yeah. Ooh, what's this one? What's this one? Oh yeah, go there. Donate. Donate to that shit. Oh, fuck. What's going on? Go. So long, citizens. So long, Nick Cage. Please let me out. So long. Please don't kill me in a phone booth like you died in this movie. Way too early.
Thanks a lot.
We done? You get the scene, Francis? Okay, you got it? Yeah. I need more.
The niggas, the Harlem niggas.
I'm not doing this. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm out of your movie. Sorry. I can't do this to this poor guy. This poor extra. Sit there and say racist shit to him. Fuck off.